Hi guys, I am now 26 weeks, so sorry again for the other big gap in between the last bump date and this one. I know I look really tired and don't sound so good. I'm coming down with a cold and I haven't been sleeping real well lately, but I just wanted to get another update done because it has been like a month and kind of a lot of things have happened since then. So since the last update, the symptoms have been pretty much the same. Still a lot of insomnia and definitely really bad reflux and sometimes feeling a little bit weak, not as much nausea. There's been a lot more days where I felt pretty good, which is nice, so it can be somewhat productive. We're working on getting a lot of the essentials that we need for the baby since there were 2 consignment sales in this area. The first one was last week and I also sold at that one. I ended up doing really well. I sold a lot of the stuff that I had entered in as a consigner. I sold about 70%. I actually sold literally 100 items and it was $250 in gross sales and I got $160. I got 70% of that. And most of the things were $3 or less. There was a diaper bag for $10 and a pair of shoes, Converse for $7. Almost everything was just a couple bucks here and there. So I did really well. I got to go to the very first night that they had sales since I was a consigner, and I scored a Fisher-Price, like My Little Lamb Papasan swing for 60. It was either 60 or 65, and a Rock and Play for 30. And I also got a couple of things for Calvin. There wasn't much, and now that he's getting bigger, it's harder to find good deals for him at consignment sales, and people either have their prices too high or the things that are right around the price that I like to pay are really faded or really shrunk or, you know, just not in very good condition. But there were a couple of good things. Like we got a Handy Manny shirt, a couple of I think there was one pair of PJs that was brand new with tags, which was pretty nice. But I did get a couple of cute things for the baby, so I just wanted to show a couple of those things. This is a newborn romper that I got for $2. It looks like it's brand new. It's really cute. I also was really excited about this. It's like a sleep sack. It also looks brand new, and that was also $2. I got 4 sleepers. 4. For $3, 0 to 3 months. And this outfit looks like it's brand new. It's really pretty. It's 6 months, and I got this for $2 also. And then I just went to another consignment store today, and I got a few different towels for the baby. This is a set of 2 for $2. I got 3 different sets of 2 for $2 each. So she's all set on towels now. I also got a little bag of socks for $2. Oh, and at the first one I got a bag of 8 headbands for $1, which was really exciting for me. Today I also got this set. It's 5 bibs. So there's birthday, Halloween, Christmas, Easter, and another Christmas for $2. I got this darling newborn outfit for $1. Both these rompers are 3 to 6 months. They were each $1. And I was pretty stoked. 4 sleep sacks. So there's this one. Flowers. So 4 sleep sacks for $3. And I was pretty stoked about that. I like the little giraffes on this one. The sleep sacks are so great when they're tiny little newborns and then they still have their legs all scrunched up, and it's just easier to do when you still have to change diapers during the night and everything. It's just so much easier access, especially since it'll be summer. She doesn't need something real warm. So those were some recent baby buys. I know I've promised you there's some others that I wanted to show you. I'll show you another time when I'm not feeling so sick. One big thing I did is I did call the OB's office and requested to switch to the other OB, Dr. Andrews. There's a couple of local moms said that he was much nicer, that he would be a lot more supportive of the feedback, and it would just be a much more pleasant experience with him since I wasn't feeling Dr. LaRose. So I was kind of worried about how that would go. I've never had to like switch other than moving and having no choice but to having to switch. So I didn't know exactly like what the etiquette on it was or anything, but I just called and said, I think that I would prefer to be with Dr. Andrews. I'm not really feeling Dr. LaRose. And she was just like, yeah, okay, like, no big deal. Like, she didn't even blink an eye. Maybe it's like a common thing there. I don't know. But Dr. Andrews was out of town, out of the office this week, so I'm going to see him on Monday, the 10th. I'll be 27 weeks by the time I see him, and then hopefully it'll go better with him. Another thing is I went back to the Florida Institute of Ultrasound for the students to do their test, and it's timed. They get 20 minutes and they have to get 14 separate things pictured for the test. So they were like really stressed, and like both of them were like shaking, like literally. The instructor did the really quick stand first just to see what was going on with baby's position and whatnot, so she can tell if they were correct or not. And first stars came in, I'm like, this looks really weird. I'm not seeing what I'm expecting to see. And then I realized, like, she said she was breech. As far as I know, Cal never went breech. He was always head down in every ultrasound and everything. Every time we looked at his heartbeat, it was on Doppler it was down low, and kicks were always like up high. But I was kind of suspecting it because I was feeling kicks down low, but I was hoping that it was still, because of the way she was laying before, her head was down here and then her legs came around, so I thought like maybe it's just because her legs were down. But no, she is breech, and as far as I know, she still is breech because I'm still feeling very, very low kicks like even in my cervix, which I know is you wouldn't feel with a head down baby at all. So I know it's really still early, and she still has time to move, and I know it'll still be a few more weeks before my OB or anyone would be worried about it. But I'm going to start doing some inversions and things from spitting babies, and to try to encourage her to flip back head down now when she has a little more room and it's easier, and just get out of the way so I don't have to worry about it, because that would just be so crushing to like be doing all this research and working hard and preparing and finding and dreaming of this VBAC, and then have it like just end in her being a breech and having to get a C-section anyway, because there is no one who does a vaginal breech birth here. None of the OBs are trained for it, and even though some of the midwives know how, it's illegal for them to do it knowingly. So they're supposed to, like, if they didn't know the baby was breech and the baby's crowning and it's a butt, they still have to like deliver the baby. They can't just be like, oh no, sucks to be you. But like they can't go into it knowing they're breech and still attempt to vaginally birth. It's illegal. They could lose their license. So it's a big deal. So if she is breech at the end, then there goes my VBAC. And so I'm really hoping that doesn't happen, because it would just be so discouraging. This VBAC is very important to me. Speaking of VBAC, I heard that Hypnobabies had a disc just for VBAC specifically. I decided to get that. So they have 2 tracks about VBAC. And I went ahead and purchased that on Amazon. I think it was $25. So I decided to do that, and I also decided to there was some other, it's not Hypnobaby specifically, but it's some kind of like hypnosis for labor kind of music that you can download on Amazon for like $2, and you get like several tracks, and there's 2 different versions or 2 different sets. So I decided I was gonna get those, and then this VBAC track, and just focus on those 2. Because the whole Hypnobabies course is a little bit expensive. I know a lot of people love it, but I just feel like this is kind of a nice compromise, I guess. Because last time, even though I was induced and everything was already under stressful circumstances to begin with, and it was difficult and it was painful, even in transition, I still felt very much in control and focused. Like, I know not every pregnancy is the same and not every labor is the same, but I felt well controlled and calm last time, so I'm not real worried about needing that. Some women say that that was like the most important thing for them in the hypno babies, was being able to stay focused and calm, knowing the kinds of visualizations that helped last time, and having that calm, like hypnosis type of music, and having these affirmations and whatnot for the feedback tracks, I think will be good. Not good enough, but you know, I think that those would still be helpful without having to spend a whole lot of money on it. I've also officially hired my birth and newborn photographer, Shelly Way Photography. Her pictures are fabulous and she has a wonderful rate. I met with my doula and signed the contract with her. She's volunteering and she is pretty awesome. We talked for I think an hour or two at Starbucks about 2 weeks ago, and she's definitely a good fit for us, and she's gonna look into a couple things for me as well, and we're gonna meet one more time before the birth. Oh, and she also said I'll probably do better if I have Cal there with me, because I would probably be worrying about him and where he was, especially since I still don't really know anyone well here, and especially since I am hoping to labor a lot at home. We hopefully won't be at the hospital itself for very long, and the hospital does allow him to be there since he's a sibling. I'm allowed to have 5 people in the room, so doula, photographer, Cal, and Justin and before, so we're good there. She said that, you know, he probably won't be very distracting and whatnot, but she told me, like, she uses her best friend to watch her children when she has birth clients, and her friend lives really close to the hospital, and so I was thinking like a nice, you know, compromise, or basically the plan is I'm gonna, you know, start laboring at home, and if I feel like Cal is too distracting or whatnot, then we can bring him to the babysitter, or she even said the babysitter come get him because she has enough car seats. But basically I'll have that as a backup option if I feel like I need him to not be there for whatever reason. But I think I would prefer that he be there. This is important. Obviously he wouldn't be able to be in the OR for his vaginal birth. I think it'd be important for him to be there. I know I didn't get real crazy last time. Granted, I didn't get to the point of pushing, so I don't know. But I wasn't very, like, loud and scary last time. Plus, he didn't seem real scared when I was having the horrible back pain with my disc injury, you know, a few months back. And I was, like, crying, and it was awful, and he just, you know, he's very sweet, and so I don't think it would, like, be traumatic to him or anything. You know, the only thing I was worried about was if he would be too distracting and I wouldn't be able to focus. So if I feel like I need him to not be there, then I have that option. She's close by, and my doula addressed her, and so I would be comfortable with that. And then, but otherwise, I'm planning to have him there, and we'll just see how it goes. So anyway, that's about all I have right now. Not a whole lot is different. It's just, you know, end of the second trimester. I've gained about 15 pounds total so far, so I'm pretty much right on track there. And I've checked my blood pressure a couple times, like at drugstores or whatnot, and it's been normal. You know, just mid-range, not low. I'll say normal, but normal. You know, like 127/80-ish. So I'm glad for that, because I didn't want to have to worry about how it was kind of inching up at doctor's appointments. So maybe I'm just more nervous when I'm there, and it just makes it a little bit higher. But I'll definitely talk to my OB about that next time at my appointment, early next week. So anyways, that's all I have for now, and hopefully I will get more on top of more regular updates for you, hopefully weekly, if not weekly, at least every other week. So bye for now, guys.